Have you ever noticed that your business seems to make great progress right up until real life decides to poke its head up and get involved? The children break up from school, a family member needs you, you get ill, you go on holiday, your internet decides it's had enough, or something completely unexpected lands on your doorstep. Suddenly the marketing stops, emails don't get written, social media goes quiet, the leads start to dry up, and when you finally do come back, it kind of feels like you're starting all over again. If that sounds even vaguely familiar, I want to reassure you of something. Your problem probably isn't down to motivation, and it's almost certainly not down to discipline. And it definitely isn't that you're incapable of running a successful business. The real problem is that you've accidentally built a business that only works during perfect weeks. And the truth is, perfect weeks don't come around very often. Here at AI Alchemy, we help women founders build businesses that continue to grow even when life gets chaotic, not by telling you to work longer hours and not by piling more AI tools onto an already overwhelmed business. We work by building calm systems that quietly keep things moving in the background because that's what sustainable businesses do. They don't rely on everything going perfectly. They expect life to interrupt, and they're prepared for it. This week has been a perfect example for me. As some of you will have heard, I've been without internet at home for much longer than I ever imagined, several weeks. Now, normally that would have brought everything to a grinding halt. And don't get me wrong, it's been frustrating. There have been videos that take far too long to upload, LinkedIn activity that's been delayed, content plans that haven't happened as I'd hoped. I've got 2 children at home because it's the summer holidays, and spending hours working from Starbucks isn't exactly every child's idea of fun. At the same time, harvest is in full swing here, and then just to remind us how quickly life can change, wildfires broke out only a short distance from my home. Watching that unfold was incredibly sobering. It made me realize just how much of life sits completely outside of our control. You can plan, you can prepare, you can work incredibly hard, but there will always be things that you simply cannot predict or control. And that's why businesses need systems. Not because systems are exciting, but because uncertainty, well, that's inevitable. I think for years we've been taught the wrong lessons about business. We've been taught that successful business owners are the ones who hustle the hardest. They're always online, always available, always producing content, answering messages, doing more. But what happens when they can't? That's the question I think far more founders should be asking. Because if your business depends entirely on you showing up every single day, then what you've actually created isn't freedom, it's dependency. You have become the system, and that is exhausting. I see it all the time. A founder spends hours every week searching LinkedIn for potential clients, writing follow-up messages, updating spreadsheets, scheduling posts, replying to inquiries, moving information from platform to platform to platform. Individually, none of those jobs feel particularly significant or daunting, but together they quietly consume hours every single week. Hours that could be spent serving clients, creating better products, spending time with family, or simply taking a break without feeling guilty. And that's where I think AI has been misunderstood. Most conversations about AI focus on replacing people, and I think that's a completely wrong direction. AI should protect people. It should remove repetitive operational work, reduce decision fatigue, create breathing space. Technology shouldn't replace you or your personality. It shouldn't replace your judgment, and it definitely shouldn't replace your relationships. It should simply take away the work that has never really needed you in the first place. And one of the best examples of that inside AI Alchemy right now is our Connection Scout. Most business owners know they should be building relationships on LinkedIn. They know that's where opportunities are waiting to begin. The problem isn't usually having the conversations. It's more about finding the right people to have the conversations with. And that research takes time. So instead of asking our clients to spend hours searching LinkedIn every week, Connection Scout does the research for them. It identifies genuinely suitable people and presents those opportunities back to our clients on a daily basis in manageable chunks. That means that the clients can spend their time doing the bit that only they can do, building authentic relationships. And that's the difference between replacing people and supporting them. The human connection stays exactly where it belongs. We've simply removed the repetitive work around it. And that's really what every founder should be looking for. Not what can AI do, but what should I still be doing myself? And they are really different questions, because every task you remove creates capacity. Every system you build creates resilience. Every repetitive decision you eliminate creates a little bit more energy for the work that genuinely matters to you and your clients. The businesses that survive the busy seasons in life are not necessarily the cleverest. They're usually the ones that prepare before life becomes complicated. They've documented processes, built simple systems, created support, accepted that they can't do everything themselves. And perhaps most importantly, they've stopped measuring success by how busy they are. They measure success by how well the business continues to function when life gets full. That's the business I want. One that supports my life instead of competing with it. One that allows me to spend time with my children. One that lets me care for my family when they need me. One that doesn't collapse because one thing goes wrong. And that's exactly what I'm building every day inside AI Alchemy. So if you've been listening today and recognizing yourself in any of this, if your business feels like it grinds to a halt every time life becomes unpredictable, I'd encourage you to ask one question. What's the first part of my business that shouldn't depend entirely on me? Start there. You don't need to automate everything. You just need to remove enough operational pressure that your business keeps moving when real life inevitably arrives. It will. If you'd like some help with that, I'd love to invite you to take a look at Connection Scout. For just £99 a month, Connection Scout researches LinkedIn on your behalf, identifies better fit people to connect with, and helps keep your relationship building moving, even during the busiest seasons. You'll find the link in the description below. And if you're not quite ready for that yet, I've also created my Calm AI Quick Start Guide, which is free. You can download it immediately. It's full of practical ideas to help you start building calmer, more resilient systems in your own business. If you've enjoyed today's conversation, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe, because every week we explore practical ways to build businesses that feel lighter, calmer, and more sustainable. And finally, don't stop here. This video is part of my Calm AI Systems for Business series. So click on the next video in the playlist where we'll explore another way to build a business that supports your life instead of taking it over. I'll see you in the next one.